Guys, you know if I'm gonna pack up my whole life and travel across the country to Dallas, okay, there's gonna be a little bit of drama. What you all looking at is my third rental car, okay? I tried to get one from Hertz. They decided they were going to cancel my reservation about 30 minutes before I picked up the car and drove all the way through the night to Dallas. Okay, then Enterprise took care of me. It was like they had a Captain Kirk on board, all right? Because I go there, I go to pick up a car. They're like, don't take this one, it smells like cigarettes. I take a different car. I'm driving halfway down the road to my house. The malfunction light for the engine comes on. So I get this Jeep Sahara, my baby, okay? I'm not going to lie, this made me want a Jeep Sahara. I get it home, we're packing up the car. Oh my gosh. There wasn't any room for my suitcase. All right, I was just throwing packing cubes in the back seat. Here I am, like, all right, I just got to get there, okay? I'll be a lot less stressed when I get there. Okay, I look like a dryer sheet that's been through the tumble cycle too many times. I'm exhausted at this point. And this is the next morning. So now I'm going on literally 0, zip, nada hours of sleep. Look at that beautiful sunrise though, okay? We can still be grateful. And I might have been listening to some crime podcasts. I didn't even get any setup footage, okay? I was huffing and puffing up four flights of stairs. Look at me. I got hives over my eyebrows, okay? That's not good. But I have my America shirt on. That's all that matters, right? I was like, it was a little bit stressful, okay? But we out here. We got a backdrop. It's beautiful. We got a neon sign. We got a little photo booth. Oh, we got Abraham Lincoln. I had a raffle basket, some QR codes, okay? I ordered way less business cards than I should have. I had buttons. I'm about to show you one of those. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's a little cross stitch because we have YWLS, okay? That's the Young Women's Leadership Summit. Look at me, bright, cheery, no makeup. I'll look a lot cuter tomorrow, okay? Okay, but the setup, it was looking pretty spicy, okay? George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, I think they'd be a little bit proud. Or they'd be like, who the heck is this chick, okay? You know, or they would say I'm essentially like a town crier, okay? I'm the equivalent of a colonial town crier. So we had everything set up. It was time to go eat a horrible burger. We had no clue what tomorrow might bring. It was me testing out the little booth. Just kidding, all right? We got to do a little sound check. Funny enough, I don't have any sound for this, so we're just gonna guess what I'm saying. Hello, oh, I almost fell off my chair there. Whoa, that would have been funny. Let me just readjust myself. Doom, down I would have gone. That would have been great content, fantastic content for the peeps. Just me, like a paper straw in a cup. Alrighty, still getting things set up. It's gonna be a beautiful set of interviews. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be 3 days of interviews at Turning Point. That's Charlie Kirk. We got our gaff tape. We're gonna learn how to gaff tape for this event. Okay, testing. Alright, well, as you can see, I'm a little bit impatient.
Hello. Okay. Now what am I supposed to do here?
As you can see, I'm clueless, okay? No clue what I'm doing. This is my first booth. But you know what they say, you fake it till you make it. Look at that beautiful little roadcaster down there. That's what I use for all my narrations. Right there, that's me replying to your comments. Little yawn for the gram.
Little yawn for the TikTok. Hello, hello. This is Freedom and Whiskey News. Okay, we're doing a little bit of a sound check. Sound check, hello.
Then, you know, after we finished that, I do a little check. We wanted to do one more check, make sure everything was looking beautiful before we went to get that horrible cheeseburger. I'm not gonna lie though, the Italian place at the Gaylord Texan, holy cow, that is some damn good bread. It had like cheese in it. Someone told me, we shall call him Max, that bread was better than Texas Roadhouse, and I'm not gonna lie, okay? Max was correct. And I take my bread very seriously. See right here, I have no clue the good bread that's coming. And look, we're ready to go, okay? You got to see the beautiful setup. The beautiful setup that I had ready for everybody. I'm sorry, it's been a long time since I've done a recaps, okay? So you're gonna get the weird voices. But then I went to sleep, okay? And that was when the Fire Nation attacked. All right, we went in there the next morning and they were like, actually, you gotta move all your stuff around. See that tape on the bottom there? Yeah, we just redid all that. But look at it, okay? You know, I believe that everything happens for a reason. And let me tell you, my booth, it expanded like one of those little compressed towels that you get from the Dollar Tree that you plop in a bowl of water when you were a kid. And then we had this wonderful, beautiful, big booth.
Awesome people, they love Trump, okay?
See, I got my nice little flower jacket on. Hello. We're ready. It's set up. Yes, it is. Look at it. I got the high tops in there now. There's a neon sign you guys always see me in front of. All right. Enough about the booth. We got to talk about these graphics, okay? Look at the YWLS stage. That is what I am talking about. There's graphics on the ceiling. There's a chandelier coming from the LED wall. We got Alex Clark about to pop out on the stage. She about to do a little Princess Diary foot pop, okay? In her Christian Louboutins. She got pearls around her waist. She out here auditioning for First Lady, all right?
Not for Trump. We already had that with Melania.
But I'm telling you, she going out there dressed like a First Lady. I'm just saying. If you don't know me, my name is Alex Clark, and The Guardian recently just ran a story accusing me of running a psyop to make women thin, fertile, and conservative.
Yeah! The next Melania!
I'm here to say publicly that the accusations are true. Woo! Yeah! Less Prozac, more protein. Less burnout, more babies. Less feminism, more femininity.
Yeah!
Just a couple days ago, Self Magazine, they put out this huge spread saying the MAHA movement, Make America Healthy Again movement, wants to push women back into the kitchen. You know what? Hell yeah. Oh, and for the media here, it's not because we want it to be the 1950s again, but it's because the kitchen is where the real revolution starts. And if, I haven't even gotten started yet, but if the truth offends you, well, then you're not very bright. Damn, girl, tell them. What made you want to be a conservative? Well, are you a conservative?
Yes.
What if you're not? No, I'm a conservative. All good. What made me want to be a conservative? I don't really think it was a one. I think I always have been. Actually, that's a lie. I wasn't at the beginning of high school, but my family always has been. So, I made the switch around senior year of high school, and that's the best decision I've ever made. And who do you think is going to be our first female president? We're at a women's conference. I had to do it. Me. You? All right. Yeah, girl, let's go. I love you. Thank you. So Dana Lash gets on the stage, okay? And she's talking about all these No Kings protests tomorrow. She's like, I don't know what these are about, okay? But they keep saying that they're revolutionaries, that they're dressing up like rebels. And I'm like, these are not revolutionaries. They look like little cosplayers who got lost, maybe on their way to Burning Man. But then I'm like, no, these people aren't from Burning Man. Those people are just like little hippies, okay? And we don't want to be mean to the people who go to Burning Man. Oh my girl, stop it. I love Dana. She don't want to do the hippies dirty. I feel about the hippies like Trump feels about TikTok. He's just got a little soft spot for them. But that's not what a revolutionary is, okay? A revolutionary, she gets her nails done. She gets her hair done, okay? She takes care of her family. She knows how to protect herself. Maybe she wears heels or Q-flats. A revolutionary loves her country. But let's talk about Annie Oakley, okay? She was one of my favorites for 2 reasons. Number 1, she was a great shot, okay? Little sure shot. That was her nickname. Number 2, she was feminine to the hilt in a Victorian era. 2A, okay? And knowing how to use it as a woman, that is your right, that is your legacy, that is your heritage. I'm like, damn girl, get it. You know she's been to the range in a dress before. Now this next one, something I can't say on the T-Talk. All right, we know how that goes. Wait until it gets sold, all right, babies? Then you're not going to be able to shut us up. But she's telling me about something that happened in her community, very tragic. And she's written articles about it. But she tells me that the news and everybody wanted to defend the pronouns of the criminal. Now when you tell me something like that, where I got to respect Kitty Self's pronouns, okay? I'm going to do a little eye roll. All right, I'm going to have a little moment here that you're going to see in a second. Oh, and there she is, that infamous eye roll. I'm like, oh, should have seen that one coming. So props to Leona over here, telling the truth at all costs. We love our truth tellers, don't we? And we were talking about how there comes a time where when you don't speak out, when you don't say something, that hurts more than actually speaking truth. Well, thank you very much. Well, oh, wait, do you want to do your slurp? Sure, absolutely. I have to make it a good one. ASMR content, right? I love it. All right, here we go. Now, Erica Kirk gets up there in her little Glinda the Good Witch from Wizard of Oz little outfit here. She got some sort of bobcat hanging out on her podium, and she tells us that everything happens for a reason. You are sitting next to someone that you are meant to sit next to. And then she tells this beautiful story about how she was heading on an aeroplane. Her mama is sitting next to her. Just kidding. They were standing in the line. She turns around. She sees this strapping young man, okay? And she's like, I feel like I've seen him before. And her mama goes, you go up to him. You go talk to him, sweetheart. She's like, no, that's weird. We're running late for our flight. Turns out that was Charlie Kirk. And they didn't find out about it until years later or months later when they started dating. And they were looking at the timestamps of when they were at certain times, certain places, okay? And they found out it was the same flight. So you just remember that the next time that you're standing in that super long Delta line, you're waiting to get on that plane so you get your free little peanuts and you won't be able to tilt your seat back, and you think to yourself, my Charlie Kirk could be 3 rows behind me. Isn't that beautiful? Didn't you just shed a tear? Let me tell you, the Kirks, they need to start putting tissues on every other seat so you can share with your neighbor when you're crying your eyes out over their love story, okay? Now, Erica and Charlie, okay, they did a little Q&A. It was very cute. Every time Charlie was very negative, a little bit scary, Erica would come in there and be like, oh, Charlie, okay, we need to tone it down. Right, give him a little break. They watch the debates all year, okay? That's why I'm here. And we got to kind of see the balancing act of their relationship up there. Because you got Charlie, who's very to the point, okay? He works on facts all the time. And we've got Erica, the warm influence. She soothes, okay? And I'm not gonna lie, I could see their dynamic just watching them speak to one another. And then you look in the mirror, you're like, oh, spaghetti-o, better get to work. Oh, just kidding, but they were very cute. And even here, she's like, Charlie, okay? You can't be like a heat-seeking missile, okay? You see a man in the back of the room and you're just like, hi. See, now this is my girl Debbie from America Can We Talk, and she walks out of the speakers right then, and she goes, my assistant Kristen sees you and goes, oh my gosh, I love this girl, you got to do an interview with her. So can you, we already know that you have one of the most entertaining TikToks, but can you tell us what got you started doing this? So I actually started writing articles and making t-shirts, and that was it. That was my shtick. And finally I decided, okay, I'm ready for people to kind of see my face, let them see me, and start sharing my opinions about what was happening in America, because before 2024, things were not doing so hot, okay? So I was sharing current events and things about Joe Biden. Well, I call him Bo Biden in my videos. I call him he who occupied the White House. Yeah, he did that too. He definitely did worse than any other who occupied ever. Can we even call him a president with all that auto pen? Okay, so everybody, I am here with Freedom and Whiskey in person. I'm fangirling right now, and I have to be honest, I don't fangirl about anything. Whether I had a crush, I just don't fangirl, but I am fangirling about meeting you right now. I actually freaked out when you said to me, I watch your videos already. I'm like a person in real life, and I always repost them because, I mean, I gotta be honest, you don't have nearly enough views, and I don't know what's going on. Well, we know what's going on. Yeah, it starts with a shadow, ends with a bam. Yeah, but one of the things I absolutely love her is she speaks fast, and not only that, but she's also hilarious, and which should have been A, is they're factual. They are. And she shows multiple sides of an issue. And we just heard her, and she says she spends 8 hours on these videos, at least, working on a 3 to 5 minute production final video. I mean, I'm definitely going to repost for sure. But, you know, just the amount of time that she researches, it's fantastic. And so I thought if I could be a middleman for these people who maybe don't care as much about politics, maybe they're not as interested, and I could make them pay attention, I could make them care, then at least that way they can be informed. And if they have a conversation with somebody, they can bring something up that they learn from my video, because the only way that you're going to know is if you pay attention. Well, it's such a delight. Oh, well, thank you. You too. Oh, so I'm going to compile some slurps. Oh. So I need to slurp. Wait. It's dry. It's really dry right now, my mouth. Okay, so one more time. Okay, I got it. Wait, can you do it again? No, absolutely not. Nobody else is going to understand the slurp. I love her.